We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Volcanic Peppers, it is. So for a long time, I thought it was just Thor's hammer, but no, it is Io, Thor's hammer. And so I went at length on this a little bit, just a tad, just a tiny bit in the written review, which is available in the description down below. And here we have some verbiage here as well, which repeats some of what I just said. And let's take a look at the old ingredients. This is, of course, was on the hot ones, and the heat scale is quite hot. I think this is a number 6 in the season it was in. And for quite a while, you know, I thought that the positioning in that show was based on how hot the sauces were. You know, it's always been portrayed as them scaling up. But I think sometimes some of the lower numbers can often be hotter than some of the higher numbers, depending on the season. So, super hot, use in moderation. Well, I don't know how much we're going to be doing that. But we got hot chiles, we've got red and chocolate ghost, 7-pot douglas, Carolina Reaper, Moruga Scorpion, Jigsaw, and Thai. I'm not super familiar with Jigsaw, and I don't run across 7-pot douglas all that often. I don't actually know. I'm not familiar enough with douglas in general. So maybe I do and I just don't know. I don't know. In this is also vinegar, garlic, sugar, salt, spices, and chia seed. So these little black flecks that we hopefully can see here. Yeah, so those are like the chia seed, I believe. Okay, so let's get this in a spoon. See what we can see. So I love the color of this. I think this is a very, very pretty color. And the first ingredient by quite a lot is peppers. So where do I put this? It is a very, very punchy sauce, I feel. But it is also gorgeous. Like, look at this. This is one of the most beautifully colored sauces I think I've had. Ever. Certainly since I've been doing the blog. Certainly since I've been doing the videos. Like, look at this. Very, very pretty. It's this sort of red, orangey sort of thing. Nice deepness to it. We got the little bits and pieces of black from the chia seed, I would imagine, in there. I think it just looks gorgeous. The smell smells definitely like super hots, though. So let's get on into it. There's a certain interesting... Oh, wow. Oh, chia seed bitterness. Yikes. Woo! There's a certain depth and richness to this. Like if you... Certain sauces, when they utilize just peppers, will have almost a tomatoey aspect to them. Just that sort of mouthfeel, and almost a little bit of the flavor even. This had that briefly, and then it once the punchiness and the super hot bitters kicked in, that went out the window. But and then the chia seed as well. I'm not sure what purpose that's meant to serve here, but yeah, that's there's a good kick to this sauce. No question about that. Definitely chili head only territory. I was actually a touch surprised to see it only in the 6th slot on the show, actually. So I might need to go back and recheck the show and see if that's actually the case, but I don't remember the other sauces, so that could be appropriate. I don't know. I don't remember. All right, so a few years back, there was this product called a Valhalla Death Sausage. I never had it, but I vaguely remembered one of the ingredients being this, the volcanic pepper IL Thor's hammer. So what we got here is Lil Smokies. I chose the beef strictly because of the color. And look at that. Don't those look good? So what we're going to do is, this could be a bad idea, but I'm all about bad ideas. We're just going to throw some sauce on here, and this is going to be my really poor attempt at recreating a sort of Valhalla sausage. I mean, I know that there's actual peppers in there, super hots, and I think there might be some other hot sauce in it as well. I don't remember all the details. It was something I think you had to order off Facebook or something, maybe? Don't look for me there. This is a very thick sauce. Down, boy. I don't have a Facebook, and the odds are very, very significantly against me ever having a Facebook. So don't look for me there. All right. So I can't actually compare this to the original Valhalla Death Sausage. But I thought, what the hell? Let's give it a whack. It's definitely very interesting. I don't think this sauce works super well here. This almost would need to be a little bit sweeter. And I remember a buddy of mine used to, he went all in for the Super Bowl. This is years ago, back when it still kind of resembled a football game. And that was his thing. He'd get Little Smokies and a bottle of Bullseye, I think, and a crock pot, and he just let those things simmer in the crock pot all night long. I said, I think this is interesting. That's something different, I was originally gonna cook this in the hot sauce, and so I decided against that. for a couple reasons. First was that heat and hot sauce. I said that wrong. Heat and super hot are not a good combination always. Unless you like breathing it in, which I don't. Oh man. I like this sauce. I don't like it here. I'm getting a really good build out of this though. I'm a good 3, maybe pushing a 4 even.
So,
With a lot of the Hot Ones sauces, I've said usually their positioning on the show, I have to split it in half or a third. This one at 6, I would say half is right about there. This is the whole pack of these also. Not quite a pound of these. Boy. Little the old pulsatile tinnitus, which is your heartbeat in your ear. I didn't mean for this to become a challenge. Holy moly. Let's try to see how many calories are in this. Like 1,200.
boy.
This would be good in the bullseye though. Oh. By itself, it just don't think it works that well. In the last 6. It's really, I'm getting more full and the heat's not helping. But I'm getting full here. Boy. I don't understand that chia. Super hots don't need help being bitter. Last 3. Moderation. Everything in moderation, including moderation. Boy. Got a good esophageal burn as well. Well, I'm really looking forward to the Q1 2024 wing thing now. Oi. Yeah, I can't. I'd say it's between a 3 and a 4. Not quite enough to go to a 4 though. Very punchy though, however. I mean, it is, yeah, this is not for anyone other than chili heads. This is a bruiser. All I will say, you know, a lot of the challenge with those sausages was just there were so many of them. And I did a little prep before this video. I should have probably waited longer before actually filming it, but I like to film with natural light, and if I wait too long, I'm going to lose it at this time of the year. So, you know, we proceeded onward. Okay. It's an interesting sauce. It's a bit on the overly bitter side for me, and I think the chia seeds are probably what's contributing to that. They have a very, kind of like a celery seed or a poppy seed, a very specific bitterness to them. And that was what I kept running into. I think it's a good flavored sauce. I don't think it works there. I think you have to have other flavors kind of there with it that can play off of a bit. I think the chia seeds actually, I wish they weren't there. And I wish it was just slightly sweeter. But I think this might be the hottest in their lineup, but it definitely is packs a wallop. I don't think that's anywhere near what the Valhalla Death Sausage is, though. I can't imagine it is. That was that was a tough one to get through. But yeah, the sauce itself is another interesting sort of entry from Volcanic. They make some really curious sauces. I'm on the fence about them a little bit. I view them favorably, but I wouldn't say that they're in my like favorites list. If that makes sense, but I definitely come up with some really cool stuff, and this is certainly one of them. So I think we're just going to kind of leave it there. Definitely, if you're a chili head, this is one that kind of I think has to be on your radar. Pretty solid overall, I would say. Just for me, I don't really like the bitterness from the chia seeds all that well, so that kind of blunted the edge a little bit for me, I guess. But yeah, overall, not too shabby. So we'll just leave it there. There it is, the Volcanic Peppers IO Thor's Hammer Hot Sauce. Number 4. In peace, to serve the flame.